Hurry, we must make the most of the lost light before the day ends. I waited a little too late to make this video, sorry. My natural lighting might not be that great. Hey guys, it's me again. So it is time for another favorites video. And hey, look, I'm actually doing 2 in a row. Wow, it's pretty impressive, right? And actually kind of on time. Only thing is, there's gonna be something a little weird about this one. So February kind of flew by, and I don't have a ton of favorites from February. That and I can't remember half of my favorites from February. But there's going to be a thing happening at the end of March, which means I won't get to make a favorites video for March until possibly the end of April. So I figure, since I know what's my favorite right now, and we're already 5 days into March, happy birthday, Shay Carl, by the way, I figure I might as well just kind of work it in, make it a February / beginning of March favorites video, because honestly, I won't be able to make another one of these until end of April, and I don't want you to have to wait that long for March. So I'm just gonna kind of mix them together. So welcome to February / March favorites of 2016 by Erin Freezing. So to get started, you may remember in my last video, my January favorites, I had a little beauty section, and I also had a disclaimer that I don't use many beauty products, so I probably won't have a very big beauty section. This time I have no beauty section because I'm using all the same products still, and they're still great, but they're no more remarkable now than they were before. In fact, I have a little more acne this month than last month. However, that's because I've been eating a lot of candy. Maybe that's one of my favorites. So in the beauty section, or rather the killing my beauty section, I would like to introduce to you Milka bars. If you are from America or Canada, then you maybe know what these are, but we don't have them. These are just plain old milk chocolate bars. You can get them in other kinds, but I like the just plain milk chocolate because you can get them in packs of 4. And it is possibly some of the best milk chocolate I've ever had. That could just be because I've grown addicted to it and I've forgotten that other chocolate's good. It's not, you know how Lindor chocolate is, like the Swiss chocolate? It's super, super good, but it's very rich. And this doesn't taste like that. This just tastes like good chocolate. And I've grown so addicted to it and I need to stop. However, I did buy this, when did I buy this? On Wednesday or something? I bought this sometime at the beginning of this week, and I have not opened it yet. So for me, that's a pretty good sign. However, I had some left over from my last 4-pack. That gives you any idea of how quickly I go through these things. Hi Mom, I'm addicted to chocolate, whoops. Okay, so the next section is clothing, and clothing. Does anyone say that? Clothing? I didn't get any new clothes in February, however, I did yesterday. And I'm wearing them right now. Actually, I also just finished working out, so I got workout clothes from H&M. And they're really cute. I like them a lot. So these are my favorite clothes for this favorites video. Next category was school things, and again, I don't have much new stuff. Oh wait, I do! I actually went out and got one of these. I actually got 2 of them, except my blue one is downstairs. And they're just very thin little notebooks, but I was wanting some separate little notebooks for things like taking notes on my Bible reading, or making to-do lists, or taking notes in meditations and stuff, and so this is perfect. And I also bought some little tiny notebooks. I don't have that with me. Like little notepads, and I use those for day plans, usually. And also if I'm reading my Bible and something catches my eye and I want to write a couple notes about it, I write them down and then stick that page in the Bible and in my books, so that's handy. And the other thing that I bought actually in February, a little ways ago, is this pen. These pens I don't think we have in America. They are called Pilot Ball Friction or something like that. They're erasable pens. I don't know if we have that. So it's got this really nice ballpoint. It's really nice ink, and you can erase it using the little erasing tip. However, it seemed to be running out of ink very quickly, as in within a week and a half of using it. And I actually asked Cindy about that today because I was saying, I love this pen, but it's not doing a great job. And she said, oh yeah, those pens run out very quickly, like within a week quickly. I'm like, what? Then how do they sell them? Oh, you buy the cartridges separately. Basically, when you buy one of these pens, you're supposed to buy like 3 or 4 cartridge packs so that you can keep refilling it and it'll last you for like a month or 2. So I didn't know that. I just bought the pen by itself. I was thinking that I would like bring one of these home because it's great, but I don't know. Do I want to go out and buy like 4 or 5 cartridge packs for a pen so that it'll last me like a month? Just because it's from Europe? I don't know. It's a really great pen. If we have these in Canada, please let me know. I want more of these. I don't know what it's called, but the light's on it. You can't read it. Doesn't matter. If you find these pens, let me know, please, in the comments. I want them a lot. Okay, next category would be movies, and in February we watched through the entire Lord of the Rings series, and that was really, really fun. I didn't actually watch The Fellowship. I don't think I felt like it, and I've seen that one enough times. But I watched for most of the Two Towers, and pretty much all of Return of the King. I missed a bit of Return of the King. But I think I'll hold fond memories of when we watched Return of the King for a long time, because it was in the upper room in the garage, which is where I actually just worked out. You will see it in my weekly video when that goes up. We had mattresses and blankets and pillows and everything all spread out on the floor, so people were all like laying in their beds on the floor, and there was a table that was on its side for some reason. I think it was because people, so that they could put like pillows against it and lean. But I went and sat behind it because that meant I could rest my chin on it, and also it meant that if something was scary and I didn't want to see it, I could hide. And I spent quite a lot of the movie like, whoop, it's the big spider. But this was actually the first time I watched the Shelob scene. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting it. I'm terrified of spiders. There's a boy here, Yona. He's also terrified of spiders. He'd never seen this movie, and he hasn't read the books either, so he didn't know there was going to be the giant spider. And afterwards we discussed it. We were like, it was just too big and unrealistic to be scary. I mean, the way it moves is a bit creepy, but we agreed that if it had been millions and millions and millions and millions of tiny spiders, that would have been infinitely worse. Like, that would have given us nightmares. But not one giant spider. After we watched The Lord of the Rings through, we wanted to go back and watch The Hobbit. So we've watched the first one. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. It was really cute to watch it in French, actually. But the French Gollum isn't very good. I have to say, the voice acting is just not as convincing. When we watched The Lord of the Rings, it was in German with English subtitles. The German voiceover for Gollum is very good, considering it's not Andy Serkis. No offense to any of my German viewers, but I think the language helped, because if you add a hissing voice to certain languages, it just sounds more Gollum-y, because the person doing the voice of Gollum in The Hobbit was doing a hissing voice, but with the French language it just doesn't sound like Gollum. Then again, he was also doing a very deep voice rather than, I don't know, it just didn't really work that well. Also, at one point during this month when we were in the middle of ski camps, my group was on service that particular week, and we decided to watch The Proposal one evening. I'd never seen that, surprisingly. It's with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, and I figured in honor of the Deadpool movie coming out that I couldn't go see and won't probably because it's too R-rated for me. That has Ryan Reynolds in it, and since I won't get to see him in all his glory as Deadpool, might as well see him in all his glory as the guy whose name escapes me from The Proposal. Can't remember what his name was. I just know that it was Ryan Reynolds. I was thinking that the whole time. Every time I saw the character, I wouldn't think, oh, it's, I would always think, oh, it's Ryan Reynolds. Anyway, yeah, that was a really, really funny movie. I enjoyed that, especially because it took a lot of place in Alaska. And I've been to Alaska. I've actually been to sort of where that took place. So I was kind of like, oh, I've been in that general area. So for the music category, I really enjoyed listening to Dodie Clark over February. I listened to her a lot when I was doing homework and stuff like that. I just really like her style. It's very chill. And she's really inspired me to get better and learn ukulele when I get back. I have one at home, I just don't know how to play it, because I'll learn one song and then play that song a bunch of times and then not pick it up for quite a while. So I'd like to actually learn how to play chords and go back and forth between chords and be able to independently play stuff and not just play 1 or 2 songs, you know? But Dodie Clark is adorable. She's also a YouTuber. Definitely go check out her videos and her songs. She writes her own songs. They're really great. I prefer her original songs to her covers, to be honest. And then more recently, so pretty much in March, I've really been enjoying 3 particular songs. One is a cover of Rude by Magic. So it's not by Magic. I can't remember who does it, Madeline someone, but they play it a lot on the radio here. The cover, not the original. And it's sung by a girl, which kind of changes the meaning of the lyrics a little bit. But I really like how it turns out. I think it's a bit more real that way. Next would be Geronimo by Shepherd. I'm not sure if this is an old song or not, but I feel like I'm late to the party on this one. That is a really great song, can I just say. But you know what sucks? It's not available on Canadian iTunes for whatever reason. It's available on the French iTunes, but I can't buy it because I have a Canadian account, and I'm wondering if maybe I could go out and buy an iTunes card here in France. Maybe then I could do it. Hello, Shepherd, why is your song not on Canadian iTunes? Get on that, please. And the last song that is in my favorites for this month is Hymn for the Weekend by Coldplay. I listened to it over and over on the car ride to Switzerland yesterday. Oh yeah, by the way, went to Switzerland yesterday. And my last category would be YouTubers. In February, I got back into Carrie Hope Fletcher. I've been subscribed to her for quite a while, but I wouldn't really watch her videos when they came up unless it was a Disney-themed one. But then I found out that she was leaving the role of Eponine in Les Mis. And in case you guys didn't know, I would really like to be an actress someday, and Eponine is pretty much one of my dream roles. And to find out that she was leaving it, I was like, oh no. So I went to her channel a bit to just see what there was about the topic, and then I ended up going back a little ways because there was quite a bit of backstage footage of her at the shows, and I just wanted to see what that life was like because I'm very interested in that life, and that's kind of my dream life. So I watched a lot of that, and then I got caught up on her just daily vlogs, and suddenly I was very invested in that woman's life. So now I'm back into watching her stuff. She's currently in Disney World, which is giving me a thirst because she's not uploading because she can't. She doesn't have the Wi-Fi there. But as soon as she gets home, she's going to be uploading Disney World vlogs, so it's definitely the perfect time for me to be into her again. So I'm really excited for that, actually. And the other YouTuber, actually kind of YouTuber pairing that I've been really into more recently, as in like this past week, so technically March, has been Dan and Phil. Not specifically Dan Is Not On Fire or Amazing Phil, just both. Both of them together, if possible. Also, I've gone back and caught up on their Dan and Phil Games series of The Sims because I saw some stuff about Dill getting a girlfriend, and I watched their beginning videos, and man, that kid did not have any game. So suddenly I needed to know what had happened there. So then I went and caught up a little bit. I didn't watch all of them, but I caught up a bit on the Sims series, and it was fun. And now I'm back into their videos. Okay guys, so thank you for watching my February, March favorites video. I will be uploading a video at some point explaining all the things that are going to happen at the end of March, because that's when I'm going to be traveling, if I haven't told you. I'm pretty sure I've told you. But that means that because of hotels and hostels and moving around, Wi-Fi probably will not be in abundance. So uploading my schedule, which I've finally gotten back on, is going to be thrown off a little bit. I may not be able to upload videos from the beginning of that until when I get home to Canada. But don't worry, trust me, I will be vlogging everything. Oh, and next weekend is actually a travel weekend, so a few of us are going to Lyon. Exciting stuff coming up, guys. I guess I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Bye!